I've had a very deep realization. More specifically, last night, I sat there and actually thought about how I am responsible for all of the suffering that I've brought onto myself. Every single traumatic breakup that I've been through, every single substance abuse pattern that I've gone through, every single uncomfortable feeling or anxiety provoking thoughts that I've had or conjure up into my mind. And I'm sure your mind as well, because I believe that we're all alike. I know that if you clicked on this video and something in you made you interested in watch this, it means that there is some sort of connection to our thoughts. And if you find this stuff interesting, let me know in the comments below what you think of these videos. I have a lot of videos, discussing shit that goes on in my mind. And previously I had talked about Akash Singh and his situation in his life and a lot of the trauma and just a lot of the self brought on trauma that is, really common in our society. Look, this is very hard to understand until you've actually experienced and understand, and not to say that I'm better than anyone, but you have to be at a certain mental level to understand certain things. If you're in third grade and I show you and you're learning basic math, and that's the only math you know how to use, see, and utilize is that third grade level math. I show you like college algebra or some crazy calculus stuff. I don't know, something that's not third grade, even fifth, sixth grade. Fifth, it's gonna be like, okay, I see the signs, I see plus minus, I see letters, I see numbers, I know what those mean. I'm a third grader, I know what 3, 4, X, Q, I know these symbols, but I don't know how they all go work together. I can understand, I can maybe come up with a random story of, okay, 3x plus y, blah, 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 this weird E equals mc squared. Okay, the E equals mc squared is a equation that I can maybe understand more if I look into it, but I know it has to do with energy, this, that, whatever E equals mc squared means. I look at the equation and coming into it without the knowledge of what E equals mc squared actually stands for, I could make up anything. E could be Ecuador equals centimeters times E equals m, the millions of I can just put random words to fill in to make myself understand what's going on. And a lot of our life we live like that, not really understanding, because who do we go to understand, to realize, okay, this is the math, the correct form, this is how you correctly read this equation. That's a whole separate video. I kind of understood so basically saying that you need to understand certain paradigms, you have to get to a different higher paradigm. You have to go up the spiral dynamic, go up the colors all the way to turquoise, up to green, up to hopefully you're not red. You work your way up your ego development, this different stages of ego development. If you want more videos on, or if I don't think I've even made a video on ego development, I'm going to. I find this stuff very interesting, and if you find this stuff interesting as well, let me know in the comments. You can type something out, a letter, even just letting me know that this is of interest, that your ear lobes like the feeling of the AirPod and the voice that it's listening to. Whatever it is, whatever your reason is. I realized that a lot of this suffering, this deep realization that I had to have by over time suffering and experiencing life, coming to a different, higher paradigm of understanding my reality, my personal reality. I understood that every negative feeling, every bad addiction, everything that I'm like, why does this keep happening? Why do I feel anxious right now? It's very crazy. You might not believe this. I didn't believe this when I read this stuff, when I learned about this stuff, is that a lot of the feelings we're feeling, even if stuff we don't want to feel, like fear, anxiety, is something that we actually want to feel. The reason you are anxious is because you are programmed or comfortable feeling anxious, because feeling anxious every day, hating your life, feeling the feeling of hating your life, and not, sitting there ruminating about it. Yeah, I get it. It's very hard sometimes. I have stressful days. I'm sure you have stressful days. Life isn't easy, but it's what you make it. Okay? You can be covered in shit, but it's what you make it. Diogenes, I find that stuff very interesting, and I want to make more videos, diving deep into Diogenes' philosophy and just how my mind has over time structured itself to understand reality. And I'm sure there is something in you that connects with what I'm talking about. Even if there's 1%, let me leave a like and let me know so I can get some input on who is listening to this. I want these videos to be for 20, 30, 50 years down the road, 100 years. Internet's going to be there. I'm going to have grandchildren. I'm going to have people, descendants. I wish I had video of just even my grandpa, my great grandpa, my great great grandpa. What if you had a video of a great uncle that fought in a war, and you know the name, but like you're like, okay, they were killed in this war, but they did this, they were a revolutionary, I don't know, whatever it is, or whatever, your great 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 wrote a book, was involved with something that is interesting to you, or you want to learn more. What if you had a video? And that's why I'm making these videos, as just documentation of my thought process in this current time, 2025. It's I think December 1st, 2025. I'll have future kids, great great grandkids. I'm sure they'll be interested in what's going on, or what was going on in my head. And if you also think this way, make a channel and start just spewing random whatever you're feeling, whatever you think you have learned in your life that can be beneficial, because I do believe everyone's going through the same shit. A lot of the feelings that we feel, we want to feel, even if they're good or bad. So once I had that realization, it's easier said than done, because I can be like, yeah, I want to feel good all the time. I want to, be blissed out. I want these endocannabinoids receptors in my brain to be firing off 24/7 on command. I can wish all of that, but it's not going to be true until I believe it. I don't currently believe, I do believe to a certain extent I can control the neurotransmitters in my brain, but I'm relying on other things, material things, to activate those receptors in my brain. We might drink coffee, we might, hug someone to get the endorphins, even though those endorphins are in us, but it's easier said than done. So belief is a very strong thing. If you believe that just by thinking you can create the same endocannabinoid, oxytocin, hormones that you would feel when you hug someone or when you achieve something great, I do believe that you can create those chemicals in your brain, because that's where they're created. They're created after experiencing some external event. Then you feel the emotion. It's not like you're getting injected by something when you get excited or get scared, or you're in the mood, this and that. Those emotions are created inside of you. And once we all know this, but it's sometimes just having a deeper realization of how things work and how the way we perceive the world and the way I have lived my life. I don't think I understood the E equals MC, the equation properly. I think I just threw in random words to make sense. And I listened to the wrong people, or, the people you listen to. Society has been brainwashed and programmed by whatever psychological operation society that you're living in. Whoever the powerful secret societies are in control, whoever those are, is probably controlling and influencing what you do on a day-to-day basis to some extent. If you are, completely plugged in the sense of you are unaware of anything. There's a lot of people like that. And, they're called like NPCs, this and that. sometimes it can be very hard understanding certain things or coming to realization with certain truths. And I'm kind of rambling with this video. I wanted to make a video. I want to post every single day. I have an email list in the description below where it's more of a closer knit community. I can't say everything on YouTube. There's some stuff that, even, talking about stuff that I talk about on here, I can't discuss with other people, maybe I could with friends and family, but sometimes I don't want to be lecturing someone, sitting there and telling them exactly how this, and that of what I've learned. Because honestly speaking, yeah, maybe I would want to listen to someone, but if I can pause them, I got to go take a piss. I love to listen to someone, but I gotta be able to pause them and go take a piss, or go hit the pen outside. I'm losing track. But you gotta, when you're listening to someone face to face, it's like you gotta have the right facial expression. Like, oh yeah, very interesting. I'd like to just listen to someone, record a video explaining whatever you're explaining. I can pause it. I can go take a shit. I can go freaking do my beard, do my eyebrows, come back. That's what I like about these videos. And I think I got to a point where I watched so much YouTube videos that I sat there literally like, I need to take some action. Like, I need to create as well. This information in my brain is going to make my brain explode, and that's what it's feeling like. And these videos are more so of a cry of desperation of me trying to get my thoughts onto something material. So just someone can maybe hear, and also I know that it will relate. Thank you for watching. There is a comment section below. Let me know what your struggles are, what the hell's going on, and then based on that, I'll make some videos. And it's going to be a two-way streak. Communication is a two-way streak. These videos are unedited. I'm going to be stuttering, spitting on the camera, raw, unfiltered, non-AI. I'm so tired of hearing the fake AI ads, the voice, whatever it is. I love you.